Welcome to day 10 of Commander Legends spoilers, brought to you by MTG Friends. What? All right, we are rounding towards the finish line. There is one more day, 2 at the most, of remaining cards to be spoiled. Let's jump into today's set because, I mean, who's really following what the presidential race is doing? Not me. Okay, let's jump in. Body of Knowledge, 3 blue, star/star. Body of Knowledge's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. And you have no maximum hand size, so it's got a Reliquary Tower built in. Okay. Whenever Body of Knowledge is dealt damage, draw that many cards. And if it gets pinged, you draw. Sweet. And look at that artwork. It's saying, hey, I got scrolls of knowledge and I'm super awesome. Okay, super awesome knowledge, dude. We're moving on. Achroma Vision of Ixidor, 5 white, 6/6 angel. Legendary. All right, this thing, I was taken aback at first and had to read it like 5 times to make sure I understood it. So let me read it one more time. Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample. At the beginning of each combat until end of turn, each other creature you control gets +1/+1 if it has flying, +1/+1 if it has first strike, and so on for double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, protection, reach, trample, vigilance, and partner. And it's a partner. This is just a bananas card. I mean, yeah, it's mono white, but it also has partner, and it buffs +1/+1 for each of those abilities / mechanics it has on it. I'm not going to say this is a busted card, and we're not going to do a busted segment on this card because it does cost 7 to drop. But that is a whole lot of jank going on in that card. I don't know. Whew. Okay, moving on. Belborka. Is that how you say it? Belborka. Spectral Sergeant. Is he Russian? I don't know. Was that Russian? Was that German? I don't know what that was. 2 red, white, star 5. Note the converted mana cost of each card as it's put into exile. Belborka Spectral Sergeant's power is equal to the greatest number noted for it this turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay. I mean, these cards are getting super complicated. I got nothing on this one. I'm not super excited about this. If you are, put in the comments and tell me why. Court of Ire, the red version of the courts for all the colors. 3 white, not white, red. 3 red. I'm not editing that out. When Court of Ire enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, Court of Ire deals 2 damage to any target. If you're the monarch, it deals 7 damage to that player or permanent instead. Wow, that is insane. It does cost 5 though, so jury's out on that one. Not sure about that one just yet. This one is super janky cool. Achroma's Will. At first I read this and I thought, oh, kind of like a lesser Teferi protection for white. It's sorta, kinda. It's a 3 white instant. Choose one. If you control a commander as you cast a spell, you may choose both. Creatures you control gain flying, vigilance, and double strike until end of turn. That's pretty cool. For 4 even. But then in addition to that, creatures you control gain lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors until end of turn. That's pretty cool. The only other thing that Teferi's protection does better than this is all your things phase out so they can't get exiled. But barring being exiled, this is a super solid card. And for 4, I almost think this might or should have been 5. But hey, we'll take it. 4 to do those 2 things if you have commander out. Yes, sir. Jared Carthelion, True Heir. Red, green, white, 3/3. Legendary human. Warrior. Jared. They bought it at Jared. Sorry, that just popped into my head. Jewelry. I don't know. When Jared Carthelion, True Heir, enters the battlefield, target opponent becomes the monarch. Okay, cool. You can't become the monarch this turn. Whoa, okay. If damage would be dealt to Jared Carthalion while you're the Monarch, prevent that damage and put that many 1/1 counters on it. That is pretty cool Monarch hate right there. Super specific. Interesting. I like it. I think I like it. Do you like it? I think I like it. Moving on. Soul of Eternity. 5 white, star/star, avatar. Another super spendy in terms of mana. Soul of Eternity's power and toughness are each equal to your life total. Ooh, life gain deck for this thing. Encore 7 white. Exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn if able. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. If you're not exactly sure what Encore is, we do have an extra episode just on Encore. But this thing is pretty spendy. But the fact that you have an Encore on it makes this pretty darn cool. And can you imagine if you're in a life gain deck and you end up with 3 of these because you have 3 other opponents all swinging at once? Whew, immensely large creatures. Wow. Yeah, interesting. Super expensive, though. Quain Traveling Meddler. White, blue. I like the amount this costs. 1/3 legendary creature, rabbit wizard. A rabbit. Really? A rabbit? Okay. I've paused long enough. Tap. Each player may draw a card. Then each player who drew a card this way gains 1 life. Okay. I don't know. That doesn't excite me. Does it excite you? I want to know. Captain Vargas Ira. Because he's Irish, I think. Maybe. But he's not green, so maybe he's not Irish. Scottish? Blue-red. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's a 1/1 legendary creature, orc pirate. Arg. Whenever Captain Vargas Ira attacks, pirates you control get +1/+1 until end of turn for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. I like that last part. I really do. If this is your commander, this could get pretty interesting because you can get it out super, super quick. Pretty cool card. Pirate Tribal, anyone? Pirate Tribal? I tell you what, I will deck tech a Pirate Tribal, maybe even with him. Maybe. If I get enough comments in the comment section saying to do it, I'll do it. I promise. All right, let's get to the reprint section. Krom Ledvik's Opus. 3 blue, red, 4/4 legendary zombie horror. Flying haste. Whenever an opponent casts his or her second spell each turn, draw a card, and it's a partner. And it's reprint, so we won't really go into it. Another reprint from Commander Muldrotha the Gravetide. 3 black, green, blue. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast permanent spells of each permanent type from your graveyard. Yep. Just a reprint. And then, surprisingly, Sword to Plowshares. Figured I'd mention this. It's a reprint in the uncommon spot. So if you're thinking of picking up this product, you might want to consider it. Exile target creature. Its control gains life equal to its power. All right. Marath, Will of the Wild, also a reprint, legendary creature. Let's see, enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it, equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. X, remove X +1/+1 counters from Marath, choose 1. X can't be 0. Whew. This thing wears me out, man. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature. Marath deals X damage to any target. Create an XX green elemental creature token. Oh my goodness. Whoa, I long for the days where cards weren't so complicated. But at the same time, a lot of these cards do some pretty cool things. I already saw that one. We already saw that one. Zedru the Great-Hearted. Not really going to go into this. Basically, you give your opponents stuff, and then you get to do stuff like draw cards. All right, Ishaya, also a reprint. It's a flyer, does +1/+1 stuff, etc. Then I thought it was really worth noting, Soul Ring. Of course, they're going to put a Soul Ring in here in the uncommon spot. So yeah, you might be getting some Soul Rings too. And who doesn't want a Soul Ring? And Opal Palace also in the common spot. That's been reprinted and will be in here as well. All right, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit the alert button so you don't miss any of our episodes. And I am purposely not editing any of this today because, hey, we're doing it live. We're doing it live. Thanks for being a part of our clan, our collective. Make sure you put some comments in the comments section, and we'll check you out at the next episode. Technically, you'll check us out. So, yeah. See you later.